Hello student, welcome back. This is Maushmi Chakravarti and today I would like to continue with the topic chapter number 7 Directing Business Studies class 12. If you have not gone through my previous video, go to my channel and watch it. So let us start with supervision. It refers to the day-to-day relationship between the manager's superior and his subordinate. It is not aimed primarily at fault finding but at educating and guiding. Definition: supervision is the process of guiding, instructing and monitoring the subordinates to ensure that they perform their jobs in accordance with the plans and instructions. Moving on to the important functions of supervision, which include: first, maintaining day-to-day contact. It means the supervisor maintain day-to-day contact with the subordinates, which lead to the effective communication. He provide leadership to the workers and his department and act as a guide, friend and philosopher to the worker. Second, link between the management and the worker. The supervisor is an important link between the management and the worker. He explains the management policies to the workers and also passes the management instruction. He has a close contact with the workers and tries to understand their problem. He brings the workers' problem to the notice of the top management for getting the needful done at the earliest. Next, maintaining group unity. A supervisor tends to achieve good human relation in his unit. He mix up with the workers and share their joys and sorrows. He also settle conflict between the workers and achieve group unity. Fourth, motivation for better performance. A supervisor ensures performance of the work according to the set target. He motivates his subordinates by recommending financial, non-financial incentives for them. He inspires them for higher quality and productivity. Next, building high morale. A good supervisor can build higher morale of group members. He does so through effective communication with the employees and also providing effective leadership. Next, performance feedback. The supervisor observes the performance of the workers and compares their performance with the standard. He also provides feedback to the subordinate about their performance and give them suggestions for improvement. Last one is grievance handling. A supervisor is in direct touch with the workers so he can handle their grievance effectively. When a grievance is reported, he listens to the workers' viewpoint and tries to remove the causes of the grievance. Moving on to the motivation. With proper motivation, there can be maximum utilization of the factors of production like men, money, material, etc. If employees are motivated, it will reduce employees' turnover and absenteeism. Motivation fosters a sense of belongingness among the employees towards the organization and also improves their morale. Motivation helps in reducing the number of complaints and grievances. Motivation word is derived from the word motive, and there is another term motivator is commonly used in a context of motivation. Highly motivated people perform better than unmotivated people. Features of motivation. First, motivation is an internal feeling. The urges, then desires, aspirations, strivings or need of human being which are initial influence become human behavior. For example, people may have different urges like possessing a car, flat, AC, etc., status in the society, doing something new and so on. It may be noted that the urges are internal of an individual. Next, motivation produces goals directed behavior. Motivation induces the people to behave in such a manner that they can achieve their goal. For example, if a person has strong desire to get promotion, he will work effectively to desire the goals and get it. Motivation is a complex process. Individuals are heterogeneous in their expectation, perceptions and reaction. Any techniques of motivation may not have uniform effect on all of the people. Some are motivated by financial while others prefer non-financial incentives like recognition, well-furnished cubicles in the office, etc. Motivation can be either positive or negative. Positive motivation provides rewards like increase in pay, promotion, recognition, etc. Negative motivation uses negative means like warning letter, punishment, stopping increment, demotion, etc. Positive motivators are intended to motivate the people by satisfying some of their needs. Sometimes fear of negative motivation induces the people to work in the desired manner. And lastly, Motivation is a continuous process. Needs of human being are unlimited and go on changing continuously. Satisfaction of one need gives rise to another, so the manager have to continuously perform the functions of the motivation. The next part of the chapter shall be continued in my next video. Stay tuned. Thank you. Have a nice day.